y'all, this is Brandon with Voodoo Forge. Now the folks at Vevor have sent me a 30 kilogram anvil to try out. But before I can do that, I got to build an anvil stand for it, and I've got to dress the edges because they're kind of sharp. So let's get on that. Well, I need to make an anvil stand for the 30 kilogram Acciaio anvil. So I'm doing this one a little different than I did the anvil stand for the Doyle. Ran by the scrapyard. I had this piece of steel. This is 6x6 cubing, 6x6 tubing with 3/8 wall, so it's a real heavy wall tubing. I ran by the scrapyard this morning and picked up this 1-inch plate that's 12x12 and this 1.5-inch plate, which is 10x10. So all of this together should be like 125 pounds. And should make a really good anvil stand for this little anvil. So it'll triple its weight pretty much. So, and I might even fill it with sand still and add another 50 pounds. But we'll see. First order of business on this thing is I've got to mark it so I can drill and tap it, because I am going to attach this thing down. So I've got the largest transfer punch that I have, which is not quite big enough, and I should get that. I'm going to do the same thing in the back here, and that should get it good enough anyway. But everything's measured off. That's in the middle of that plate. Good center punches so we can get this drilled. Well, the tap that I have will not tap all the way through this 1.5-inch plate, but it will tap deep enough that I can get plenty of threads to bolt this anvil in. So it's gonna work out fine, and we're not gonna have to wait a couple of days for a longer tap. Okay, a quick word on tapping holes. I go very slow, and I'm very meticulous about it, and that's because I've not always had the best luck tapping holes. I'm certainly not an expert on tapping holes, but the ability to tap holes makes projects, it just adds something you can do with projects to make them better. So I recommend you learn how to do it, even if you do it very slowly like I do. It's still handy to be able to do it. To lock this in, I flattened one side of a washer, and that way fit on here good, I hope. I can't actually get a socket on here. I could have if I'd used a smaller diameter bolt, but 3/8 is about as small as I wanted to go. I need to tighten down both sides. We just want to know that that will work. It's lined up. I've got it turned up as hot as I can. At this point, I have contemplated filling this tube with sand and adding another 50 pounds, but it doesn't seem necessary because these two plates are 41 pounds and this is 43 pounds. So we've got like 125 pounds right here. So I think another 50 would be overkill. Got the anvil stand made. I'm going to try to get some of these casting marks off this horn using a flap disc. Now we're going to work on radiusing these edges here. As I'm putting a radius on this edge right here, there are some casting flaws, some small voids, but I think I'm going to have to, grind that out anyway while I'm fixing the edge, so it's not the end of the world. Alright y'all, that's where I'm at. I'm going to use this thing for a few days. I've got some small projects that I need to get done, some production work. It's springtime, so shows are all over the place. So let me use it a little bit, and then I will tell you what I think of it.